Alright, what's going on, by this your boy now the 2K in the world, back on the NBA 2K26 My Team video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And tonight I will be doing a quick discussion, quick review of the courtside report that dropped yesterday. So I pretty much wrote down everything, and we'll kind of discuss some of the new features. So this overview is about 9 minutes long, so I'll probably just pause and make some remarks as we go along. So let's get into it, all right? Y'all let me know if you're gonna pre-order 2K26, if you're gonna play this year, or if these recent changes are maybe
What's going on, everyone?
Paige.
Paige Becker's here with Jonathan Smith, principal producer of NBA 2K, to share some very important My Team news. For the first time ever, WNBA player cards will be added in 2K26. Play with NBA and WNBA superstars and bring your favorite players from both leagues together like never before. 2K26 also has new Game Changer cards, a new breakout board, and more. Let's get started.
It's official. The WNBA is coming to My Team. This monumental milestone means you can assemble basketball's biggest stars. Imagine running a pick and roll with Angel Reese and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or torching the defense dropping 4-pointers with Stephen Curry and Caitlin Clark as your backcourt tandem. Attributes and badges function identically for all WNBA and NBA player cards, ensuring a balanced and consistent gameplay experience regardless of who you're controlling. In My Team this year, you start by choosing between two 5-card lineups to play as, each with a mix of current and historic NBA and WNBA players. Test these cards in a quick 3-minute game, and afterwards you'll receive 2 free agent option packs. One with diamond rated current players that can be used for 25 games, and the other with pink diamond rated legend players that can be used for 15 games. WNBA player cards entering the My Team landscape will open the realm of possibility in domination and throughout the entire games. WNBA player cards entering the My Team landscape will...
Alright, so this is important to know, alright? So we know that they have been incorporating some WNBA things into My Team for the past 2 years, alright? So them actually including WNBA players into the game, I think is a cool addition. So now you have a much wider, much bigger player base, okay? So you're gonna have players that follow the NBA, and then also you're gonna have players that follow the WNBA. Alright, so I think it's a cool merger, alright? Now as far as like packs and players and all that, we'll see how that works out. But I think if they do collector level this year, it may be easier to do collector level because you'll have more cards as well. And then also for content drops, you can have more diversity, all right? So we can see here for domination, on the domination reward for season 1 is going to be Pascal Siakam, all right? And you can see here that there's 99 stars. Previously, it was 66 stars, okay? So I meant to talk about that in a minute. And also for the WNBA domination, all right, you get a player card there. But you also have to have a full WNBA team in order to complete the WNBA domination, all right? So you can't run NBA players in the WNBA domination. Now for the NBA one, I'm pretty sure you can use the WNBA players in that one. But that's good to note. And then with the new player cards, you can use the new WNBA player cards in any game mode. All right. So one thing I do want to add for domination is that there will be better rewards. You have a total of 66, which would just be the standard rewards, and then probably the final card. And they also have a new challenges that's called Crush challenges. All right, which will give you even an opportunity to get better rewards. Okay, so I think that's good. Reward in the My Team community for playing. And one thing I do want to add is that now there's going to be 2 dominations instead of just 1. So for those that like to play offline, that will give them a lot to do. It'll also give you the chance to earn more MT, level up, learn, use different player cards, learn the attributes, the jumpers, and also you learn how to play the game. So I think overall that's a good change, all right?
Open the realm of possibility in domination and throughout the entire mode. But they're not the only difference maker being introduced in 2K26. This year welcomes all new Game Changer cards, a brand new type of card that's different from anything you've ever encountered before in My Team. Game Changer cards are consumable cards that grant a special power. These special power-ups include activating a rep or My Team point multiplier for your next game, recovering a win streak in Showdown after a loss, reducing the difficulty or target score differential in Domination, automatically evolving an evolution card, and dozens more. Approach the game with a mindset to break the mold and play your way whenever you want.
All right, so I think that's cool. So now you give the player more diversity and variety in how they want to play the game. All right, and this kind of reminds me of Uno. All right, if you ever play Uno, you have the different color cards, and I think so. It gives you a better way, a different way to play the game, which I think is cool. All right. That part, baby.
The iconic courts of NBA 2K15 Sunset Beach are returning in 2K26, but with a remixed look and feel. When the sun sets on this gorgeous venue, Triple Threat Park will come alive with neon lights that accent the tropical environment. Triple Threat Park boasts 4 head-to-head 3v3 courts, including a new one on the newly opened boardwalk near the beach. At the center of the park, there are 3 3v3 courts for 6-player co-op games. And by the Myteam store and showcase spot, you'll find 2 all-new 2v2 half courts in the middle of the street with chain nets. These are co-op style games where each person controls 1 player card. Grab your duo and lock in for winners out games where every possession matters. In 2K26, win streak rewards and seasonal...
All right, so Triple Threat Park, we knew that was returning, but I think it's cool that they added a 2v2 mode in there as well. Okay, so I know one big feedback or one big suggestion that a lot of players wanted was instant matchmaking. So hopefully the 2v2 will provide quicker matchmaking. You can play the games quicker, you can get in and get out. Okay, so I think that that's a good addition as well. And then also how it changes from day to night. You could play over the beach. So I think that's a cool touch.
Wins return, but there will also be incentives for ending a team's winning streak with Streak Buster rewards. When you break an opponent's streak, you'll earn rewards from a group of tiers. Ending winning streaks of increasing length will net even more impressive rewards.
See how many wins you can string together, or play the role of Streak Buster and spoil their run in 2K26.
All right, so then that's another cool feature that's been added. All right, so if you beat somebody that's on the win streak, you get all the rewards. Whether if it's a 1-game win streak, 5-game, 10-game, 15, you get all the rewards. You and the players that you're playing with, or if you're playing solo, everyone gets rewarded. So I like that. But you can play a really good team and you beat them, you're rewarded for doing that. So I think that's a cool feature as well.
All-Star Team. The NBA 2K community was vocal about wanting us to bring back All-Star Team Up, and in 2K26, we're making it happen. In All-Star Team Up, you can compete in 10-player, 5v5 co-op games with your friends or random players. These fast-paced games feature 6-minute halves and can be accessed from a portal in Triple Threat Park or from the Myteam menu.
All right, so I do want to mention, so this is probably one of the reasons why Clutch Time Online did not return, okay? Because they included this mode here, 6-minute halves, and you can pretty much pick whatever player you want to use, but of course it has to be different cards. And then whoever has the highest rep level, they'll be the one that has first choice as far as what player they would like to use, okay? So like for instance, let's say you both have Wilt Chamberlain. If that player has higher rep than you and they want Wilt Chamberlain, you would have to pick a different card. But I think overall, I think this is a good addition to the game. I still would like to see them add Clutch Time Online back in, but we'll see how that plays out. But they have added this All-Star Team Up back into the game, all right?
All-Star Team Up requires that you and 4 teammates each prioritize your 5 favorite NBA or WNBA player cards. And if you stick together and get 5 wins in a session, you're all earning a bonus reward together on top of your season ladder progress.
All right, so that's good. You get wins and everyone's rewarded for winning, so that's always a good thing, okay? And I like also in this mode, you can use NBA or WNBA players.
This is dope. Kind of reminds me of WNBA All-Star Weekend. I can't wait to check this out.
King go to court, baby.
Inspired by community feedback, King of the Court presented by AT&T ups the ante with a whopping $10,000 cash prize on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Each King of the Court event will take place during a full weekend window, extending beyond the previous limited 4-hour time slot on Saturdays. Your 4 best games will count towards your leaderboard score, with 4 tiers of rewards each event. Compete for a massive payday and 1 million VC in the process, with more great rewards for everyone dropping in each weekend.
Imagine what you could do with $10,000. Compete against the best and win a bag.
All right, so King of the Court is going to be money available each weekend. And it's going to be only for PlayStation and Xbox players only, okay, as far as the money piece of it goes. For those that play on PC or Switch 2, the top player will only be awarded a million VC. Okay, so I want to make sure I make that distinction. Just reading through the courtside report, but it will be a full weekend on Friday through Saturday, and everything's going to be tied to your rep level. Okay, so you're either gonna have to probably pay coins or VC to get in, or you have to reach a certain rep tier, and then also with King of the Court, there's also going to be a harder difficulty. So there's going to be a competitive slider, and this is where shooting is really going to impact the game. You're going to see who's elite and who's not elite. So this is where that skill gap is going to come into play. All right, and so they're going to take your best 4 games, and then everyone will be rewarded. So even if you play 3 games and you lose, you still get a reward. Of course, you're not going to get some of the top rewards or top prizes, but you'll still be rewarded for your time. So it'll be interesting to see how 2K determines the winners. All right, so I think that'll be interesting as well. Now let's get back to this part of the video.
Another new game mode in NBA 2K26 is Breakout Gauntlet, where you put your entire collection to the test by completing games of increasing difficulty. Gauntlet features a new, straight-line game board, but there's a twist. As you progress from rookie difficulty to more challenging difficulties, you'll only be able to use each of your player cards once per run. Each game has objectives that can be completed to return eligibility for a random card you've already used during this run. The longer you continue a run, the better the rewards will be, with a regularly updated final reward at the end of the path. How far can you make it with your collection?
Any spoilers for what that final reward is?
It updates all year, you'll have to wait and see. Salary Cap mode returns in NBA 2K26, now with the option to play in single-player games. The AI opponents you'll face here are real lineups created by other community members under the same salary cap restrictions. Both single-player salary cap and multiplayer salary cap online feature the same rewards track, but multiplayer games grant double round points for faster progression. Bridge the gap between single-player and multiplayer competition to keep things fresh and exciting in 2K26.
All right, so I think this is actually a cool feature. This isn't something I even thought about, even considered. But making salary cap where you can play just against the computer, but you will probably play against harder lineups, okay? So you can play online or offline, which I think is cool. You have the option there. But if you play online, you get double points. You will be rewarded faster, which I think, and hopefully the MT will be the same for both. We'll see how that works out. But I think if you play online and you beat someone, I think you should be rewarded more MT than you would be if you beat the computer, all right? But single player salary cap, I think, is very cool, and the rewards are the same for both. So I like that. So that way, let's say if you don't really want to spend time playing online, maybe your team just isn't good enough to play online yet, you can start off learning how to play the game, improving your team before you jump online. You can just play against the computer and still be rewarded. So I think that's a good addition to the game.
Gen 9 players can bask in all their achievements in the new Myteam Arena. The Myteam Arena proudly displays banners, trophies, and murals from your success on the court. This includes reaching level 40 in a season, getting promoted to Tier 1 in Showdown, collecting all the player card gems, and more. The Myteam Arena is the default home for every My Team this year.
This is fire. It's like my own personal trophy room.
And this is a new feature as well.
An experienced coaching staff can be the difference in building a championship culture. In 2K26, you can build out your staff with up to 5 coaches. As you build rep in My Team, you'll earn more coach slots and coach points to spend on unlocking badge training challenges. Completing these training challenges will directly add the selected badge to your chosen player card.
Alright, so one thing I do want to add, so what's new, you can now, instead of just having one coach, now you can have a coach, a main head coach, and pretty much assistant coaches as well, which I think is cool because now it more so lines up with the actual structure of the NBA. And then another new feature that they added was this is going to be tied to rep, but then also you do get coach points as well. So you have to be use your coach points wisely, so that way you make sure that you improve your team and you have them playing the way that you would like them to play. All right. So for me, I'm more of a defensive-minded player. But you also, so like for me, I want defensive-minded coaches, but I also can't forget about shooting, rebounding, speed, and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how 2K works out these coach cards. So I think this is a cool, fun aspect, and now you're gonna have more strategy involved in the game. Okay.
Badge cards required. Investing in your coaching staff with higher gem coaches will allow you to access more of the coach skill tree, spend coach points, and unlock more powerful badge training challenges to apply to your players and increase their value. New in 2K26, when you win a game in Showdown, Salary Cap Online, or King of the Court, you will earn a victory card that not only has the rep gem tier of the opponent you beat, but also their team logo, game date, final score, game mode, and whether or not the opponent rage quit. Conquer opponents with high rep levels, collect their victory cards, and exchange them for powerful rewards. There are also upgrades to the exchange in general, including new overall based exchanges and exchange group rewards. Based on community feedback, we've also added the ability to access cards in your My Auctions menu, where more cards can be stored before swapping for rewards.
Alright, so I think that's a cool feature. They did mention that they may do a different type of exchange for like duplicate cards as well. So we'll see how that works out when the game is actually live. But I think victory cards is cool. Like if you beat a really good opponent, probably someone that maybe you shouldn't have beat, or I mean you just outplayed them that game. Maybe you hit one more shot than they did or whatever. Now you can always go back and kind of relive that. So I think that that's pretty cool as well. So that's a new feature that I like in the game. I think that that's cool.
As we reach the end of this courtside report, let's close it out with some updates to Myteam Rep. This year, many of the rep tiers now have multiple sub-tiers, so you can earn more rewards more often. In total, there are 41 tiers. Claim one of the most iconic Carmelo Anthony aliases of all time when you reach Dark Matter Rep. GOAT Hoodie Mellow. Rep is a status indicator in many respects.
So we see that there will be GOAT cards again, all right? And in this case, if you reach a Dark Matter tier, you will be able to get GOAT Hoodie Mellow, which I think is a cool addition to the game. And I think that that's cool. You let people know up front, hey, this is the goal, all right? And now you go from having, I believe it was, 6 or 7 tiers to now having 41 tiers. You have some sub-tiers, but you also get many rewards along the way. So I think this will have people be rewarded quicker rather than later, which I think is a good thing as well.
Throughout my team, and to see so many members of the community showcase their rep rewards like the Myteam Coliseum and player banners means a lot to us here at Visual Concepts. We're excited to celebrate our top rep players from 2K25 on the top rep court, which is included in everyone's starter kit in 2K26. It's been fun talking about all the new features coming to my team this year. Thanks for stopping by, Paige.
Myteam in NBA 2K26 is a game changer.
All right. So that's pretty much the gist of the courtside report, all right? And then a few things that I do want to add as well is they did do a new walkout, okay? So I did want to mention that as well before I close out. But I think overall, I think the features are cool. I think they're heading in the right direction, all right? But I did just want to show y'all what the new walkout looks like, all right? As you can see it there, okay? So I think this is pretty cool. So now you even have like your teammates, they can celebrate you as well, whatever player you pull out of the pack. So I like it. I think it's a cool new feature. But overall, this is my discussion on 2K26. I do plan on buying the game and making content as well. So y'all let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you like the changes, if you don't like the changes. What would you like to see changed, okay? And then also what game modes or what rewards you would like to see in 2K26. So thank y'all for your love and your support. Make sure you leave a comment. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we are out.